Today I want to talk to you about the QL muscle, and I already shared a tutorial on how to release the Quadratus Lumborum using a massage ball. Today I want to share with you a few stretches that I really like, that I've been doing lately, that has really benefited me release this muscle. And I know that it's a deep lower back muscle. It can be really tough to release and feel. And so I really hope that you're going to enjoy these stretches if you feel that the Quadratus Lumborum just keeps tightening up and it won't let go. So the first stretch is going to be the wall stretch. Also, one important thing, if you feel that you've been trying so many things and you feel that the QL muscle is just constantly tightening up, just stay with me after I show you the stretches, because I want to show you some very important postural mistakes that people make that just keep feeding into that tightness, and then you keep getting that recurrent pain in the lower back. So it's very important that you know that, so that you don't keep getting the pain after you fix the pain. So that's something that people just don't do. They just do the stretches, but then they don't really look for the root cause of the pain. Anyway, so the first stretch is gonna be, again, against the wall. So you're gonna have your side against the wall. So bring your hips towards the wall. We are going to bend to one side, straighten up your arm. We're gonna bend to one side. You're gonna rotate to the side. So just gonna show you here. So bend and then rotate. So rotation. You're gonna feel a nice stretch right there where the QL is. And back, and then again. And we're gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna show you from here so that you could see the rotation angle. Side. Okay, so the next stretch is gonna be a downward dog to arm reach. And so you're gonna go into that nice downward dog position, which is a great stretch itself for the lower back area. So stretch out your arms in front of you. And from here, you're just gonna start moving your arms to one side and really reach out with your hands. You're gonna feel a nice stretch all the way down from your lats, all the way down. And back to the middle, and again to one side. So the more you reach out with your hand and just move it at an angle, you're gonna feel that area where the QL is located, just lengthening. And from here, we're gonna move to the next stretch, which is going to be the 90-degree angle. So you wanna get into that 90-degree position. Again, you wanna have your back foot and the front leg, the back leg and the front leg are both at a 90-degree angle. We're going to bend to one side, just a little bend, and raise your arm and reach out at an angle here. Just go diagonally. You want to reach out with your arm. You're gonna feel a nice stretch here. Again, you want to raise your arm, just reach to the side. I know it can look a little bit confusing, so if you want, you can actually start from here. Just raise your arm up, bend to the side, and then you can move forward. So one of the reasons why the QL tightens up really quickly is mostly due to just our posture when we're sitting. Just prolonged sitting usually will tighten up those muscles when there is not enough support in the lumbar area. And also the other way is when you're just leaning to one side. And you may notice doing that when, especially if you're in your car in the passenger seat, we will tend to kind of lean on one side or the other. And usually when you do that, this area, this QL, will really tighten up. So just notice if there are instances where you're doing that either in your office, at work, you know, or when you're driving or when you're sitting next to someone driving, if you're just leaning to one side, if you have a tendency to lean on one side or the other, usually that always leads to a tight QL in that one side. There's also things that can happen when we're sleeping. I did a recent video on proper posture during sleep, which I highly encourage you to check it out. But usually when we're sleeping, there could be a lot of things that could be happening that could tighten up certain muscles, especially the QL. One of the things that come to mind is when we are sleeping on the side, and for example, either the pillow is really high up that we are kind of bending to one side just by having the head really high up, that you're kind of side bending. So maybe you do that if you watch TV or something and you just sleep on one side and you have 2 or 3 pillows like this, and then you kind of get into that bent position. The other thing also, you could be sleeping, you have that hip hike that's prolonged throughout the night. A very important thing also is maybe doing exercise. A lot of times we do certain exercises where we can engage the QL where it shouldn't really be. So one specific exercise would be the side-to-side glute med activation. So a lot of times when we have the band around our thighs and when we're doing the side-to-side walks, we will start to bend to the side to compensate for weak glutes or just the exercise feeling more challenging. So there's that constant bending which can tighten one side. You may not be doing it on both, contribute to QL tightness. So there's a lot of factors. There's prolonged sitting, your sleeping posture, and you have a little bit of hip hike. This hip is going up, and if it's just on one side, then you're gonna end up with tightness on that one side. So just little things like this that can add up. So make sure to watch that video about proper posture while sleeping to help avoid these things. Also make sure that you're working on doing soft tissue release, and a great way to do it is with a massage ball. And usually I love to just place the massage ball on the QL area. A very important thing, just don't put any pressure on your spine. This should be parallel to the spine, so laterally, and you want to place the massage ball in the QL area. Again, I did a video to show you exactly how to find the QL, but again, just briefly, you want to put your hands here, just move to the sides, and then you're going to feel that muscle working. And then again, put the massage ball here. I just have to extend my arm to the side. I like to move up and down. So I go from the thoracic area all the way down, dig a little deeper. And I usually always find a very tender, tight spot where if there's any QL tightness, I will feel it right there. And I'll just stay there for about 10 to 20 seconds to release that tightness. And when you're done again, you just want to move to the other side. Again, you want to start from the thoracic area and then just move down. And this amazing technique always releases any tightness that's there, but you do need a massage ball or a tennis ball like this. And it's actually preferable that you start with this and then move to the stretches, just to make sure that we release any trigger points that are present, any tightness that the stretching really can release. So I highly recommend that you try the release technique first, and then just pick 1 or 2 stretches. You don't have to do so many stretches, and pay very close attention to your posture, because that will determine if you keep getting this pain back. Another very important thing is to work on those back muscles, to strengthen the external rotators, to strengthen your back, to strengthen the trapezius muscles as well, to help restore your posture so that these little tiny stabilizer muscles just don't keep getting overworked and over tight and affecting also how you move and how the other muscles perform. Because when you go to the gym or you want to start to exercise and you have one side that's really tight, you really can't perform exercises like you should, because there will be pain there and you're going to automatically be compensating. So we really want to just take care of these little things when they come up so that they just don't contribute to bigger things and lead to injuries ultimately. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video with a new tutorial.